reluctant to take this step, but we are compelled to do so. So, unless we receive payment for the back rent, we will be forced to dispossess you. Sincerely yours, Willis Thackery. I'll just play that last back again now. It's a great invention. I should have bought one of those years ago. We're very reluctant to take this step, but we are compelled to do so.
Mr. Thackeray, I've just got to talk to you. What's the matter?
Anything you have to say can wait until we see eye to eye on another situation.
Mr. Thackeray. Oh, you're amazing. You're uncanny. Oh, you're a genius.
Beanblossom, please, wait a minute. I want you to know this thing that's happening is not to be taken lightly.
Oh, no, sir. You're marvelous. Why, even the great Edgar Bergen moves his lips a little.
Beanblossom, what are you babbling on about? Overdue.
Mr. Thackeray, two voices at once. We've got to get you a show of your own. Oh, a tape recorder, sir. Sorry, I thought you were a ventriloquist.
I could be very easily. I have the dummy for it.
Yes, sir. Mr. Thackeray, there's somebody in my office.
Well, if he's in your office, he couldn't be a customer.
Oh, no, sir. I mean, he's moving everything.
Oh, don't worry about it, Beanblossom. When he gets through, I'll explain everything to you. This is a desk. This is a chair. This is a pencil.
Excuse me, sir. That's a pen.
Get back to work.
Yes, sir. What'll I do about the boy in my office?
I put the boy in the office. He's our new office boy. His name is Henry Goodwin. His mother is a widow. She's an old friend of mine. I'm doing her a favor. Now, is there anything else you'd like to know?
Oh, no, sir. Except, I think it's wonderful for you to help out a widow, sir.
Oh, nothing at all. Her husband and I grew up together.
Is that marvelous, sir?
Yeah, we had some great times together in college.
I'll bet you did.
One night, Jack and I dressed up, and we sneaked over to the sorority house and climbed in the window.
Yeah.
Then two girls came in. They didn't even know we were there.
What happened?
Oh, I'll never forget it. When the dean and the police came in, there we were, Jack and I, and those two beautiful girls holding hands. Get back to work.
Yes, sir.
What's the matter, Bob?
Oh, nothing, Julie. Mr. Thackeray put the new boy he hired in my office. Makes me feel like quitting. Only if I did, he'd fire me.
Don't take it that way, Bob.
Well, why doesn't he put him in with Chesley or Klein? Dumps everything on me, the water cooler, the coat rack, the pencil sharpener, the mop and pail. You know something, Julie? Sometimes I don't think Mr. Thackeray respects me.
Bob, you couldn't be more wrong. Why do you think he put young Henry in your office?
I don't know why.
Because Mr. Thackeray knows you'll be a good influence on that boy. You must give Henry the benefit of your experience. Tutor him in everything you know.
Tutor him? Gee, I wish when I was Henry's age I'd had a tutor like me to tutor me in everything I knew so I wouldn't turn out like I did. Well, I guess that's water over the bridge now. Thanks, Julie, for straightening me out on this. Hi.
What do you want?
Well, I didn't introduce myself before. I'm Robert S. Beanblossom. Well, my friends call me Bob.
I'm Henry. My friends call me Hank.
Oh, hi, Hank.
Call me Henry.
Well, I sort of hope we be friends, especially since you're sharing my office here. I mean, our office. Excuse me, Henry. Where did this typewriter come from?
What I ask for, I get.
You do? Henry, I certainly wish you'd consider thinking of me as a friend. Sort of, well, like a scoutmaster. Any information you want, I wish you'd ask. I've had broad experience.
Yeah? Then tell me, who's dating the redhead in the outer office?
Now, just one moment, Henry. I don't want you to refer to Julie as a redhead. She's a redhead. Anyway, a boy of your age shouldn't, I mean, there's plenty of time in life to, you take typing. Typing will help you advance. Just look at me. Before I learned to type, I only got $43 a week.
What are you getting now?
Well, that's beside the point.
How much?
46. Now, look, Henry, please, just let me show you. Now, watch. This is most interesting. Stuck there. See? Like to try? Well, Henry, I think it's about time now that you start learning the meaning of some simple real estate terms now that you're in the business. The first word we'll discuss is escrow.
Escrow. A written document sealed and delivered to the keeping of a third party to be held by him pending the fulfillment of certain conditions.
Debenture.
Debenture. A deed or bond on certain property for the repayment of certain advance sums of money together with interest.
Mortgage.
First, second, or chattel.
Henry, I've got an invention.
An invention.
Yes, an invention. This invention has 6 switches, 3 doubles. It works on AC, DC, and battery. It contains my own design for a small quick-action relay. It took me 3 years to make. Now, just keep your eye on that desk. Pretty scientific, eh?
I have a better way to do that.
Yeah? What's that? Oh, well, that way.
Yeah, that way.
Now, look here. We've got to get something straightened out.
First, let me straighten you out on a few things, Bean Brain.
Beanblossom.
Number 1, I don't like you. Number 2, I don't intend to do any work here. Number 3, if you try to make me work, I'll scream and tell Thackery you hit me. And number 4, you're going to get fired.
Well, what's number 5?
My thumb, Bean Brain.
Beanblossom. Oh, look, Henry. I've always gotten along with dogs and children. I hate to see them go astray. For your own good, you should learn to work for your money.
We'll see about that. Hello, Henry speaking. Who? Beanblossom. But no, he went to South America.
What are you talking? Hello, this is Bean Brain, or Beanblossom. Oh, no, that was just our office boy. Yeah, he's quite a kidder. Yeah, sort of a straight-faced kidder. What's that? The lot on Bleecker Street? Bleecker Street. Just a moment. I'll have to look at my listing. Just one moment, please. What did I do with that? Just 1 second while I get a pencil. Excuse me, I'm sorry. What was that street again? Oh, Bleecker Street, yes. Right, I'm sorry I forgot your name. Stevens, yes. Now, I'll have the price for you pronto. Uh-huh. The price on the Bleecker Street lot, Mr. Stevens, is $4,000. $4,000. Well, if that seems a little high to you, you'll take it? You'll take it? You don't mean it's a deal? You'll be over in 5 minutes with the check? Oh, sure, yeah, I'll try to stick around till you get here. Right, well, thank you, Mr. Stevens. Goodbye. Well, Henry, you've had the privilege of witnessing a real estate operator operate.
There you are, Mr. Beanblossom. My check for $4,000.
Thank you, Mr. Stevens, the deed, and the lot is yours.
Thank you. Say, you don't happen to have any more lots on this type, do you?
Well, as a matter of fact, I do. There's a lot on Holland Avenue I can let you have dirt cheap.
Dirt cheap. I get it. Hey, you're quite a straight-faced kidder yourself. Well, hello, Thackery, you old robber, you.
Stephen, what are you doing here? Still trying to get that Bleecker Street property at your ridiculous price?
No, I had to pay your man just what he wanted for it.
Robert, my boy, I'm proud of you. I knew you had it in you. And I'm glad you got our price. You know that Stevens has been trying to steal that property from me for over a year.
Oh, yeah.
I told him I wouldn't take 1 penny less.
Not 1 penny. Here's the check, sir.
Julie, what is the amount of that check?
$4,000, sir.
$4,000.
That's right, $4,000.
Beanblossom, The listing on that property was $14,000.
Oh, no, sir. I think you'll find it's 4,000.
14,000.
No, it's 4,000, sir.
$14,000. I put the figures down myself.
See, the blackboard only said 4,000, sir. Henry was there. He's a witness for me.
Henry! Henry!
Yes, Mr. Thackery?
Let me see that blackboard.
Blackboard? Oh, yes, sir.
Well, you jerk, why don't you wear glasses?
There seems to be some slight discrepancy somewhere.
Yeah, somewhere in your head. You owe me $10,000 and I want every penny of it.
10,000? Well, I can let you have 400 right now.
Where is it?
Right here, sir.
Where?
You see, you can have the $400 commission that I would...
Commission?
Yeah, you see, when you sell something, you always get, No, I guess not. Oh, gosh, Julie. How could I have sold a lot for $4,000 when the price on the blackboard was $14,000?
Bob, have you had your eyes examined lately?
You know, I have a peculiar... My eyes? You know, Julie, it's funny you mention that. I never told you this, but during the war, the fellows used to refer to me... Oh, never mind.
Come on, what'd they call you?
No, Julie, I couldn't tell you, really.
Ah, please.
But you'll think I'm silly. All right. They used to refer to me as radar eyes.
Radar eyes?
Yeah. So you see, I don't need glasses, Julie. I was framed. Somebody just changed that number deliberately. That's what they did.
Well, who would have changed it? After all, it's your office.
You forget I share the office now.
Oh, Henry.
Yes, oh, Henry. Number 1, I don't like you. Number 2, ... Number 3, ... Number 4, you'll get fired. Number 5 was his thumb.
His what?
Julie, I'm more convinced than ever that it was Henry.
Bob, you're being very unfair. That nice, sweet little boy wouldn't do a thing like that.
Nice, sweet little boy, that's all you know. He's a Jekyll and Hyde. He's both. Henry Jekyll and Henry Hyde.
Bob, how could you? He's so young and lovable.
Oh, that's just your mother instinct working.
Hello. Oh, I hope I'm not intruding. I just wanted to give Mr. Beanblossom his lunch before it gets cold.
My lunch?
That's right.
Oh, thank you. That's awfully nice. Wait a minute. What lunch?
Well, I knew you were upset and would forget to eat, so I brought you a nice sandwich and a thick malt.
You did?
Mm-hmm. It's a triple-decker on whole wheat, toasted.
You did?
Miss Marshall, I brought you this candy. They're mixed centers. Sweets to the sweet, Miss Marshall.
Why, Henry, you're a wonderful little boy.
Henry, how much do I owe you for all this?
Call me Hank. I wouldn't take any money from you, Mr. Beanblossom, after all you taught me.
Oh, that's all right. Did you eat a good, nourishing lunch, Hank?
I didn't eat. I didn't have time.
Well, look, Henry, I haven't had my lunch either. Let's have it together, hmm? And it's on me.
Julie, wait a minute. Don't you think...
Mr. Beanblossom can munch his triple-decker and also keep a radar eye on the office.
No, but Julie, listen. Julie, wait a minute.
Bye-bye, Mr. Beanblossom.
Bye-bye. Hank. A triple-decker and a malt. Toasted. How could I have ever thought what I did about Hank? Ham, cheese. Knew it. It was Henry. I've got to get him to confess in front of witnesses, but how? He's so smart. Gosh, he's even smarter than yeah. I know. The tape recorder. Yeah. I'll show Mr. Thackery who's a dummy and who's a dummy. Gee, I'm glad Mr. Thackery bought this machine. Now, where will I hide the microphone? Oh, I know. Oh, that's no good. I got it.
Oh, by the way, thank you very much for the lunch, Julie.
Don't mention it, Hank. It was a pleasure having lunch with a gentleman for a change.
Well, How'd you like the triple-decker, Bean Brain?
Well, that was a pretty good trick you played on me, Henry. Pretty good. Yeah, I guess you enjoy playing tricks on people, though, don't you? Like the trick you played on me this morning.
Oh, you mean the Bleecker Street lot?
Yeah, yeah, that's right. The Bleecker Street lot. That was pretty slick. 4,000 instead of 14,000. Tell me how you did that, Henry.
Okay, Bean Sprout.
Oh, excuse me, Henry. Just one moment. Little dust on my trousers. All right, now you can go ahead and start sprouting or talking. No one here, no witnesses. Just feel perfectly free to tell me everything.
What are you trying to pull with that tape recorder?
Tape recorder? What tape recorder?
Ha!
Henry, look, you haven't told me how you fooled me.
Do you think I'd tell you anything with that recorder on? Look, Pea-Brain.
Bean brain. I mean Beanblossom.
I'm smart for you. Just because you come up with those stupid inventions, don't think you're fooling me. Look at that thing. All that junk just to open a drawer.
Junk? I'll have you to know that it took me 3 years to develop that, to perfect that, well, I still say it's a pretty good old invention. And you never know when a pretty good old invention will come in handy.
I think it's a pretty jerky old invention.
Yeah, I guess you're right, Henry. It is pretty jerky. Well, Henry, this is it. I guess I'm on my last legs. Have much farther to go. I'll never be able to pay Mr. Thackery the $10,000 I owe him. After today, he'll fire me.
Oh.
Yep. Yep, you kept your number 4 promise, Henry. But there's one request I want to make before I go. Tell me, Henry, how did you change the 14,000 to 4,000? It was almost the perfect crime.
It was perfect, wasn't it? Okay, I'll tell you. Without any witnesses, no one would believe you anyway. Well, it all started this morning.
Henry, excuse me, but couldn't you tell me while you're over here?
You come over here.
Over there? Yeah, all right. I usually just carry this to keep my waistline down. Well, all right now, Henry, let her flicker.
Well, here's how I did it. If you'll remember, this morning...
Would you like to carry it for a while? You'll be surprised at the result.
No. Would you like a drink of water?
Well, thank you. Thank you, my fine, sweet little man.
She called me a fine, sweet little man.
Henry, you didn't finish telling me how you fooled me. Henry. Henry.
Do you think she'll wait for me?
Henry, tell me about this morning, please.
Oh, quit bothering me. It was easy. While you were on the phone, I erased the one, and when Thackery returned, I put it back, that's all. Boy, oh boy, is that redhead ever something.
She sure is. You erased the one and then you put it back. Did you get that?
Who are you talking to?
Oh, just my star witness, the tape recorder. It took down everything you said. And I hid the microphone in a very clever spot, the water cooler.
Well, that was very brilliant. You know, of course, that the machine was turned off. Ha, ha, ha.
You know, of course, you turned it back on when you worked my pretty jerky old invention. Ha, ha, ha. I'm going to tell Julie on you. Oh, no, you don't. Get away from that machine. Oh, my egg. Darn you.
Oh, Mother, he hit me.
What? Bob, what's the matter with you today?
What's the matter with me? I'll show you what's the matter with me, Julie.
He kicked me, Mother.
Well, I'll tell Mr. Thackery about
Well, wait a minute, Mrs. Goodwin. You got to hear this recording.
Where's Beanblossom?
Mr. Stevens.
Excuse me. Listen, Beanblossom, we made a deal. But Thackery's lawyer just
Mr.
called...
Stevens, I'm glad you're here. I want you to hear a certain recording.
Wait, Mr. Beanblossom. Mr. Stevens, that deal you made with Mr. Beanblossom is not legal.
What do you mean, not legal? We signed a contract.
Yes, but according to law, a contract, in order to be legal, requires that the party of the first part and the party of the second part be of sound mind.
Boy, are you trying to say that I'm not...
No, sir, not you, sir. Party of the second part.
Well, what are you all looking at me like that for? You surely don't believe him. Wait a minute. I'll prove it to you. Keep your eye on that desk. Crazy people don't invent things like this. Doggone it. I knew it. I left it on intermediate.
I see what you mean.
If you ever went to court and they got him on the witness stand, why, the contract would be declared null and void on account of, you know. And you're too smart a man to waste all that money fighting a losing battle against, you know.
I think perhaps you're right. I've already hired an architect and contractor, so here goes.
Well, I don't need any old invention to turn on a tape recorder, and just wait till you hear what it has to say.
Here's my check.
Check?
And you can thank this fine young boy, smartest young man I've ever seen. Son, I bet your mother's really proud of you.
Yes, I am. His father would have been, too.
Now, don't tell me you're his mother. Why, you look young enough to be his sister.
Oh, well, there, everybody. I wonder.
Thackery.
Pardon me,
Thackery.
Stevens, I've been looking for you.
Thackery.
Now, I'd like to close out this bleaker deal like gentlemen.
I've got...
You be quiet, Beanblossom.
Yes,
You've done enough talking for today. Now,
Have you
Stevens.
seen this, Mr. Thackery?
I told you to be quiet.
Yes.
Now, Stevens, you owe me $10,000.
Maybe you better look at
I'll
this.
split it right down the middle and settle for $5,000.
I'd love to take you up on that, Thackery, but I've been outsmarted.
Yeah, outsmarted? Certainly not by... Well, isn't that wonderful? Bobo. Bobo, my boy. What time is it?
It's 5 minutes to 6, sir.
Take the whole rest of the day off. Pardon me, folks, pardon me. Yeah, pardon me.
Say, how about you folks having dinner with an old bachelor?
We'd love to, Mr. Stevens.
About that, you know.
You know what? Oh, that. Oh, don't even give it another thought, Henry.
Oh, gee, thanks a lot. And I'm sorry about your invention. Maybe I can help you put it back together sometime.
Sure.
Put her there, Bob.
Anytime, Hank. Thanks, Hanks. I mean, Hank.
Goodbye, Julie.
Goodbye, Hank.
Bye.
Well, that's why Mr. Thackeray hired him, to give you a hand.
Oh, yes, very funny, Julie.
Say, Bob, what did Henry mean by that last, you know?
Sometimes I quail at the devilish cleverness of my mind, Julie. This machine, my dear Miss Marshall, will prove to you how ingenious and shrewd is Robert S. Beanblossom. Just listen. Turn up the volume a bit, Julie. It's funny, I don't get this. I don't know.
Oh,
if I
Mr.
get that.
Beanblossom.
Julie, I think I'm going to have to change the condense. What's that from?
The tape recorder.
Where'd you find it?
The floor.
You mean the wire from the plug with the... It wasn't even connected?
No.
Oh, fine. Gee. Now I'll never be able to prove to you what the hide side of Dr. Jekyll looked like.
You don't have to, my hero. I have pretty good eyesight, too, you know.